Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's day 2 of Navaratri, not day 3, not yet. Oh, hang on, Shivani. Day 2 of Navaratri, and today's color is blue. There I am waving to the camera. So I just wanted to go ahead and give a quick disclaimer in this video that the eyeshadow technique I'll be using is something that I learned years ago from a YouTube creator that I used to support. I will not name the names, but I used to support. I no longer support this person, but I'm taking out my nose pin. I have been doing this technique for years, ever since I first learned how to use this particular technique for the eyeshadow, but I just did want to go ahead and give a disclaimer about that. And then another disclaimer is none of these products in the video are sponsored. They're all my own. And so yes, so let's just get started. I am applying my foundation, the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. So today's objective was to do more practically wearing makeup because I had a lot of errands and tasks that I needed to do and run. I was driving around town. Today was quite the busy day, and it's not about to slow down anytime soon, especially when I am, doing this voice recording. So I'm doing it during my breaks. But you will see in this video that I am looking into two different places at times, and that is because I am filming a reel for Instagram as I'm filming my YouTube tutorial. So I think the lighting today is a little bit better. I'm not as blurry, but I am going to have to figure out a way to make sure, and I'm going to have to consistently try doing this. So hopefully it's not too bad. But I did try to take my sister's advice and close the blinds. But I think I closed them halfway through, and I think she meant for me to close them all the way through, and I didn't because I didn't want to be completely blind when I was doing my makeup, even though the light would have still seeped through. But still, where my vanity is set up in my room, it's probably one of the darkest corners, and logistically there's no other place that makes sense in my room for me to put my vanity anywhere else, and I honestly don't feel like reorganizing my room. It's not the right time for me. So today's concealer is not going to be NARS Creamy Concealer in the shade Caramel. It's actually the Kiko Milano Skin Correct Concealer in the shade 7. If you're asking, Shivani, do you have these shades memorized? No, I don't. I honestly looked it up before I started doing my voice recording. There are some shades I do have memorized, so I'm not going to be facetious and say that I don't. But if it's a product that I don't use nearly as often or haven't used for longer periods of time, then yes, I will look it up. But my shade in the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation is 7.5 for anyone wondering. But the Kiko concealer is a little bit new to me. And so, can we just appreciate how quickly I found my concealer brush? Because last video I was rummaging. And so I'm proud of myself because I have no idea how in God's name I figured it out so quickly. But yes. So now I'm going in with my powder, same old fluffy brush. And another maybe disclaimer is you will see a lot of funny faces in this video and some, again, lighting issues, but my funny faces are basically my thinking phases because I just make faces when I think. I don't know why. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I do that. So I hope you guys enjoy the entertainment. What am I sighing about? Oh, yeah, I was also thinking, like, do I do lipstick first? Because what you'll see, and I kept this in the video, I didn't want to edit it out, was I was hesitant about the color that I went in with for my lips towards the end. But I also was thinking, like, what eyeshadow palette do I use? Because I didn't really... There's me filming for my reel. And yeah, I have the Emily in Paris Bath and Body Works. And that other candle over there that you see, yes, this is my setup, you guys. If I'm being very honest, if you look in the mirror of my Natasha Denona Biba palette, you will see the setup that I have. That is literally my setup. I don't have a tripod. That's what I do to film. And frankly, on top of the candles is the Color Pop eyeshadow palettes that I have that help stabilize my camera. So yeah, very beginner YouTube starter setup. So yes, and I just showed you the shades I was going in with. This is the part where I don't have it memorized, but essentially the process, and this is the same process that I learned from the YouTube creator that I used to follow. And I'm so sorry that like the lighting was off, but the this time I am going in with a transition shade. I'm using a more my skin tone but better kind of brown, but it still has pigment. I will say I love Natasha Denona palettes. I have for some reason now been the owner of a lot of them. If you guys don't have Natasha Denona money, Pixie by Petra is great. I still love ColourPop. They're amazing. I'm taking the shiny color and putting it in the center of the my eyelid. So, and I keep switching back and forth, but I'm just trying to explain, but also be really realistic when giving y'all options if you ever do want to recreate this, because sometimes we don't want to invest a lot of money into makeup, and y'all, that's completely fine. We want to work with what we've got with, and that's also super realistic, and especially in this economy, who is to blame? But anyways, I digress. The ColourPop palettes will work just fine. So will another small creator that I love is Carly Bible, and her palette is really good. I am hoping on the day that I want to say that there's a day that I'm gonna be doing purple. Let me just verify really quickly. Well, please tell me there's a purple day. I'm gonna be really sad if there's no purple day. I wrote it down in my planner, so if you hear a paper rustling, that is a planner. Dang it, there's no purple. They had a blue and a green, but no purple. What the heck? Alright, you know what? It's for Navaratri. Maybe I'll incorporate purple somewhere. There you have it. These are the colors, you guys, so this is what to expect. But I yesterday did the pink or light pink. Today is blue. Wednesday's supposed to be gray. Thursday's supposed to be orange. Friday is yellow. Saturday is white. Sunday is red. And then the following Monday is, hold up, let me flip my planner. I was looking at what I was doing there and seeing if I missed anything, but in the time that I'm flipping my planner, essentially I took that short stouted brush, packed on the color that was more red, and went back and forth with that, and then I now went in with a brown shade because my end goal was to use a brown shade to connect everything. And so, speaking of brown, the following Monday on the 29th is brown. So that'll be easy because I do a lot of brown, bronzy looks. And then Tuesday is green. And yet they have no purple. Can we tell I'm upset that they have no purple? That somebody is losing her shit over the fact that they have no purple. Anywho, I say that all to say Navaratri again is my favorite time of the year. I think every year I wait for Navaratri season, and I also wait for Diwali or Deepavali, depending on where in India you're from. And so there I am, very satisfied with my look. And again, today's color is blue. So you're like, you haven't used blue all day. What are you doing? Other than your jewelry. So yes, there is blue. And also, can we just take a moment to appreciate how it looked like I was cutting the screen with something blurry? Like, what in God's name? Okay, I'm gonna apologize in advance, y'all. This eyeliner application portion, I was literally glitching so bad. I was about to say, like, eyeliner putting on version. What? No. Eyeliner application is a little, not only is it a little blurry, but it's also, I went in very close to my mirror, so I didn't realize that it was, like, you know, going there and I'm trying to show you that, hey, it's blue. Can you see that it's blue? Justifying my choices. By the way, the bracelet that I'm wearing that you see right now is from Codo Madrid. I got it when I went to Madrid earlier this year in February, and I absolutely love it. It's one of those universal bracelets, the cuff bracelets that we all know and love. And you can barely see me doing anything on my right eye, but essentially I started off with the line. So again, the same technique as yesterday for the eyeliner. With the left eye, we start with tracing out the wing, and then we do the liner, we complete the liner portion, and then on the right eye, we start out by tracing the actual liner and then complete it with the wing. I have yet to, I think a while ago, I want to say maybe 4 years ago, I got adventurous and tried to do my eyeliner the same way on both eyes, starting with the wing and starting with the liner, and it just looked weird. It didn't look, I hated it. So yeah, I think our eyes are all just shaped differently, and therefore each eye requires something, and you really don't notice it until like you have to do something that kind of brings attention towards it, whether it's like putting on makeup or whatever. But today I'm just using the Fenty Hella Thick mascara. I did not curl my eyelashes today. I just was like, you know what, y'all are gonna hold, so you're gonna hold. And I had to flip my hair back. I feel like a hair flip back or a hair fluff is very customary in my videos these days. But leave it down in the comments below. What are you guys doing to celebrate Navaratri? We're keeping it a bit low key. I don't know if I will be able to go to Batkama this year. I don't know if I'm even going to attend Garba this year. Just because of certain statutes and certain limitations I may or may not have during this time. And so, yes, Navaratri is the time for cleansing, as Vinay Varanasi says, and so I do delve a little bit deeper into my faith, and it helps me ground myself, especially during this time period. And so, yes, I didn't think there was anything novel about me applying mascara other than funny faces. But, yeah. I'm trying to think of what to say. Because normally, oh, another thing. I did want to ask y'all a question. Are you guys enjoying voiceovers, or do you guys like talk throughs? Because I do realize that with voiceovers, I did put my nose pin back in. When I am filming, it's a lot shorter of a duration as opposed to when I am trying to do a chit chat, get ready with me. I don't know if it's because I'm talking and I'm distracted and I'm like, oh, I have to do this, but I'm also talking to the camera, but I'm also doing, you know, XYZ. And so right now I'm going with NYX Buttermilk Bronzer, and I don't remember this shade. I'm so sorry. And I'm using the e.l.f. brush to stamp and contour. So today I did not go in with cream products at all, just because I was on a time crunch. Again, like I said, I had a lot of errands to run, and so therefore I just had to get the ball rolling. I did not have time to dilly-dally. My makeup had to be ready to go, and I needed to be ready to conquer the day. So yeah, I'm going back in with the bronzer. I really love this bronzer. You'll see me pack it on into my forehead. You remember how I said blush, my face eats blush? Well, guess what? My forehead eats powder bronzer. I don't know why it does, but it does. So I pack it on near my forehead, and I'm flipping my hair because at one point it looked like I was trying to bronze my hair, but I was not, I promise you. And so yeah. By the way, the jewelry that I'm wearing is Kendra Scott. I got it as a birthday gift for myself this past birthday that I had. And so also I had to take a lot of step backs and sigh in this video. I was going through a lot in terms of stress for this particular day, and I was trying to open my blush, but it wasn't listening to me. Anyways, I went in with the Bare Minerals Call My blush. And I decided, so this is the part where it's very realistic when you're doing your makeup, that you'll start off doing something and then you look at the whole look itself and it's like, oh, that's not what I wanted. And that's the face that I'm making. I'm like, well, wait, what the heck did I, like right now at first glance it looks fine, but in real life it was too pink. So I am using the Makeup Geek more corally toned blushes. I don't remember their names, but they are stuck in my Z palette, and I love that Z palette. And there we go. Now y'all see it. I hate the lighting. That looks a lot more bright. I'm agreeing with myself. I was like, yay, we found it. If you guys like the Huda Beauty blush filters, I would suggest the shade Watermelon to mimic this if you have that. And so, oh, here's a nice clear shot of what my face looks like. I am actually not going in with Kiko today. Are you guys proud of me? I'm using MAC Soft and Gentle. And I do love MAC Soft and Gentle. It is one of those universal shades. If you are my shade and lighter, this will work perfect for you. If you are my shade and darker, please don't take my recommendation for this, simply because I think that Soft and Gentle will look like strobe light on your face if you are darker than me. So I don't want to do my melanated girlies any injustice with that. But I'm going in with the Kulfi lip oil in the shade First Sorry. Listen, I love Kulfi Beauty, so I don't want you guys to mistake that face as I don't like what I did. I was not sure with the color, considering I had blue eyeliner on and I did a halo bronze look. And I wanted to wipe it off, but then I feel like I looked at the time on my watch and I was just like, do I really have time? But also like, okay, do I really like it? And then I was like, okay, let me try again. Let me build up the color. And then when I built up the color, I was like, okay, it's better now that I built up the color. And that was essentially me nodding. But this is also very real. Sometimes I will do a makeup look and I am not fully convinced of the way that I look. So I want to show you guys that as well, because in the day in life of where everything is edited, I feel like some rawness is necessary and real. And also it gives me time to work on my editing skills as well. But I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like. And I went in with a third coat. You guys, this stays a long time. It really does. It stays the whole day. I almost had to stop using this because I knew I was going to run out and be upset if I was not going to be able to repurchase. And so, yeah, I absolutely love this shade. South Asian owned. And so, yes, I am now going in with my Milani setting spray. I have to be very careful with the setting sprays that I use because I do have sensitive skin, and so I have to be very careful with my setting sprays. But that is all for this video. Please enjoy the photos I've inserted of what I wore today evening. I hope you guys love it, and I will see you back tomorrow.